Good morning and welcome to the program Perspectives. It's reaching you on Invicta 98.9. Today, all eyes attention we take to Edo State, where we see now that the die is cast. Players are up and ready for the battle of who takes over the reins of leadership in Edo State come September 19th. Will Godwin Obaseki, the incumbent governor of the state, hold on to, his office after we know that he decamped from the APC into the PDP and wants to be re-elected as governor of the state? Would he pass it on, or would it pass it on to Pastor Osage Izeyamu of the APC? Two titans for the battlefield showing interest in directing the affairs of Edo State. A rollback to what has been coming out of Edo State cannot be said to be palatable. War of words have been thrown out on both sides. The APC in the opposition accusing the incumbent governor of non-performance. Recall too that Godwin Obaseki had rode on the back of the APC to become governor of the state. He jumped ship when the waters became turbulent with his godfather forsaking him. And when the courts disqualified him to run for a second term under the party that brought him to power, he quickly found the waiting ship of the PDP as one that could make his dream come true. Now, what conditions are tied to this arrangement would not be known for now, but we all know that there is no free lunch in Abuja. So, Edo State, September 19th, and what may come out. We know that it's been violence had been showing up. The thugs are finding big business for themselves now. Of course, accusations have gone on both sides. Shomale Adams or Shomale had been accused of having soldiers, using soldiers to intimidate would-be voters. We also hear that stockpiling of arms may be going on. And Oba Ewere II that called for protection of core members deployed for Saturday's election. And of course, INEC too had come to call on security operatives to obey the law. We also know that the Abubakar Abdulsalami National Peace Committee would be, in Edo State to call on parties to sheath the swords and make for free and fair elections. The role of INEC in all of this, and again, would we see what had been in the on elections that we see in Nigeria, where of course violence takes center stage? Would Edo State be different? But from what's coming out that we know from Edo State, all may not be well, even on elections day, because of the two parties involved. Would we allow peace to reign in Edo State? Sharing thoughts with me on this matter, I have Frank Ehizoje. Frank Ehizoje is a journalist, a seasoned journalist, and he is in Benin. And we'll be talking to us from Benin about what may be playing out in Edo State as we get ready for 19th of September, where we're all Edo citizens will be going to the polls. Frank Ehizoje, good morning and glad to have you on our show. Yes. Well, Edo State getting ready for Saturday 19th. Only yesterday we had the debate which did not come out well. Well, for both sides it may not have come out well. Pastor Osage Izeyamu accusing Godwin Obaseki of non-performance. Even questioned again till this moment his qualification, and of course on the other side again Godwin Obaseki is saying that he's using statistics to measure his performance in Edo State and all of that, and it was thrown to a battle of we still say that what came out may not just be well about, may not just be good enough for leadership as it is. But Let's get an overview of what the situation is in Edo State now. Benin, from where you're talking to us. Hello, Frank.
For about February and go free during the election. So they keep throwing up the issue that he didn't perform. Then secondly, it now becomes aggravated when you find that some of the things he claimed he has done were things that were done by the federal government. For example, the modular refinery, which only has 700 million naira state government investment. And last night when we were doing the debate, Yamo quickly capitalized on it and said 700 million naira out of 10 million US dollars investment is just 1%. So if you make a 1% investment as a state governor, how do you now have controlling shares of that particular investment? And you have issues like employment to address. You need to tell that company to employ your people and not to employ other people, because you don't have controlling shares even though your money is there. So if you have wanted to make good use of the opportunity, you should have made sure you bought much more shares, and then you have the sufficient muscle to control what is there to address the needs of the state. Then you have that. The state didn't perform. We've not seen electricity, but I have seen Governor Baseki tell BEDC right in the face to get out of their office that until they go and bring light to do light, the woman should never come to his office again. Of course, when he was there as the woman left, but still we still have issues of staying a whole day without light, 2 days without light, and then he comes and the children start shouting off NEPA and all that kind of thing. So we have a situation like that. The light is not, he said he has done an energy plant, a Hiroshima plant, is not yet functional. So we have such a situation. Whether he performed, it may perform, depends on where the person assessing is standing. Those for him believe he has performed. Those that are against him believe he has not performed. So that is how it is.
Okay, before we take a break from this segment, Frank, I'd just like to ask you this, say this. The election in Edo State goes beyond Edo State. It has gone to national space, and the national space it has gone into is to look at the performance of APC as a party, and also even look at PDP in the opposition. Would all the things that have come out about the APC's performance since 2015, and of course PDP in its time of performance, would all this play out in elections of Saturday?
Yes, you are quite right. A lot of people who are not in support of APC here in the state, that is Pastor Eze Yamu, and are angry about what is happening at the national level. They use what the APC has failed to do in the last few years to judge the APC at the local level. Personally, I don't know what to make of it, but I think it is not proper, because that would be denying other people. There are states where APC government really succeeded in delivering, and they were not waiting for the national to do things for them. If that is the kind of government Yamu wants to form, well, I don't know, but I think if you look at the simple agenda manifesto, it really has a lot of sellable points, particularly in the area of health. Remember that his wife, Idia Yamu, is a health expert in the federal ministry. And then in the area of education too, he has some things to offer, even in the area of empowerment of youth and women. So I don't know, but I think if he's tied to the apron strings of the APC at the national level, we will not have it. And I think that's why people are thoroughly by the friends of Oshobole. They are believing he represents all that they don't want to see. But Eze Yamu, there is no talk of Eze Yamu winning or go without Oshobole. It has been made very clear.
Okay, Frank Ezuje, we'll go for a break now. When we come back, I still want to, still stay with that point of what is happening at the national space. A break now, commercial break. We'll be back with you. Welcome back. Here's the program Perspectives this morning, and coming to you on Invicta 98.9. And attention is on elections coming up on the 19th of September in Edo State. How we are, going about it, how prepared the stakeholders are about it. And sharing thoughts with us on that is Frank Ehizuje, veteran, seasoned journalist, public affairs analyst in Benin, talking to us about elections coming up in Edo State. Frank, before we went on that commercial break, I was, bringing up the matters coming out from the national space to you and how this may affect, the elections of Saturday, with the people, what they would have formed in their minds, before, going out to vote. And I was looking at what the present administration may be, going through. We're talking about the issue of insecurity. We're talking about unemployment. We're talking about Nigeria said to be the poverty capital of the world. We're talking about issues that are coming from the national space that Nigerians would want to be addressed, and how this may affect the thoughts of the voters come Saturday. And again, I was just looking at it that while this is going up, we just had the rise in pump prices in the fuel stations, and the electricity tariff also in the high. And looking at the voters, it is the common man, that may be going through all of this, or suffering, or getting the pains of all of this, in spite of explanations that may come out about, yes, the subsidy must be removed, and all of that. How the common man gets to know that, and will that play out, significantly in the thoughts of the people as they go out to vote on Saturday? Hello, Frank. Did you get me on that? Yeah, can you hear me, Frank?
People that see that if we do that,
Hello, Frank. Yeah, maybe let's just take this over. We're having problems. Line's not too clear with us. Yeah.
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 Hello?
Yeah, okay, Frank. Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, properly. Yes, clear now. Yeah.
Okay. I said people who have that kind of mind represent a very small percentage. These are people who are abreast with what is happening at the national level. The truth of the matter is that what is happening in the state is just like what happened to football fans. When you have Chelsea and Arsenal and you already dedicated yourself to that particular club side, it becomes very difficult for anybody to tell you that there is something wrong with the other side. So people have a tendency to want to stay put where they feel they are getting. If you feel that if I stay in Obaseki side, there is something that is going to be getting to me, whether they are doing one thing or the other in Abuja, it doesn't concern you, you remain there. The same thing goes for if you are with Ize Yamo and you feel that if I remain here, my bread is going to be buttered. For example, I have a lot of people who are die-hard Obaseki supporters. These are the people who are salary earners. There is no way you can convince them there is anything wrong with Obaseki because their salary is going on steady. So he's been able to ensure that some payment of salary is one of his achievements. How the money is gotten is another thing. It's not their business. But the important thing is that merchants, they get paid. Pensioners get paid. So if you increase, if you belong to the other party and that party is operating at the national level, it's not their business, even if it was their own party. And you have others that they just feel, well, I did not gain from this particular government. They did not recognize me. I didn't feel that they did anything that will have an impact on my life. So I think I better support the other man because he has talked about 1, 2, 3 projects, and I think when those projects come online, I'll be able to benefit.
Well, again, just before we get our lines opened, get the thoughts of our audience. INEC has come out to say that it is ready for the elections of Saturday, and all things have been put in place, and that there is no going back on it. Preparedness of INEC for this election. You're satisfied with what you are seeing?
only INEC can say that now until we experience it. But I know that the Senate Committee on the INEC came during the week. We visited INEC and they came out to say that INEC has told them that they were ready. So usually INEC makes such information available to the public, but whether they will be able to live up to it is another thing entirely.
Okay, all right. Let's get to thoughts of our listeners there, and on these numbers 081 40,000 989, 081 40,000 989, or 070 87 800 989, 070 87 800 989. We'll take your calls now. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
Yes, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Samala. I'm from Uganda.
Okay, Samala, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's hear you.
Hello?
Let's hear you, Samala. We'll go for another call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning.
My name is Sunday, Nigeria.
All right, let's hear you.
You see, those election, I want to ask your guest that before Adam Usumule campaigning about the APC man now, he was condemning that man. Why is it now? He's telling Nigeria that the man is good. Why is it like that? Please, I'm advising Adam Usumule, he should make sure that he should not cause problem on that state. He should allow PDP to control that state, because that state is for PDP.
Oh.
It should not cause problem.
I don't know. Well, Sunday, I don't know whoever said it cannot be taken over. Well, let's still take more calls. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Captain.
Good morning.
Good morning, Francis from Ireland.
Francis, right?
Honestly, yes, I'm really explaining the situation here.
We're having a problem with your line, Francis. All right, with another call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Charles.
Good morning.
Good morning to your guest. Your uncle engineer, man.
All right.
Okay, Captain, concerning Edo is greater than the two contenders, those that are contesting. The state is greater than them. So I will call on the people that they should go out and exercise their franchise, their right, and vote whichever they thought or they think will give them dividends of democracy. Obafeki was once APC, now jump ship to APC because they have a problem with his godfather. I know what's transparent when between Obafeki and Eze Iyamo, when they were contesting. There was no kind of name or someone did not call the person is supporting today. So what are we saying? Do they have the interest of the masses at heart, or they just have their own personal interest trying to fool the people? I'm sorry to use that word, but I think that's just what is playing out. Because if you have failed that man in 2015, and now you are painting him black, that was a mistake. So I don't know, how are we sure this one now you painted the other time, now you are spotting, how are we sure it will not be a mistake? Because they will say that we should kill God for that reason. And now Obafeki turned back on him, now it's against him. So please, the Edo people should come out, but I will bet INEC, they are the person now that will blow the final whistle. I will bet them that they should be fair and transparent in the election of Edo State.
Okay.
Without fear or favor, because whatever anyone does here on earth, it ends here. They will meet the Almighty God to give an account.
Okay.
And I'm calling on the police. What happened in Kogi, we don't have to say something in Edo, where they say fake police
carrying ballot box and other things. We don't want to see it play out in because someone else now, so whatsoever it will take, he will make sure Obafemi will not win that election. So let's see what happens.
Okay, Engineer Manuel, we'll take one more call and then we'll come back to our guest. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Tony.
Good morning.
You are speaking with Jamil. I'm calling from Ogbonsu.
All right, Jamil.
And thanks to your guests as well. Let me say, Mr. Tony, me, I'm from Edo State. I'm from Isako East, local government of Edo State. And if Obaseki said he have done well in Edo State, honestly speaking, I could have seen it. I would say maybe I've done well in Benin, but not in my own part of Edo State, which is Edo North. So, and at the same time, Obaseki, yesterday, the thing that they did yesterday, the debate that they did yesterday, the question that Shane was asking, honestly speaking, I was totally disappointed in how he was answering all those questions, telling us that every child in Edo State now is not having what they are not having internet or digital education and all that, which it is a big lie. That is just the truth about it.
Okay, Jamil. All right, let me go to Frank now. Frank, you have my callers. Sunday was on the line, Engineer Emmanuel, and now Jamil.
Yes, actually, let me start with the last I just wrote, like I said before, the same man speaks another man's poetry. Even if that is where he comes from, there are people that will feel that he has done something. They expect their regular salary or their regular pension. He could decide to face their own assessment of that. Another one will say the whole party in my area has not been good for years. But I know that when it comes to area of infrastructure, that is good, and payment of salaries, where I will give it to be applied. If I was to show them, calling out to come and see us, I think the best person to play his position is himself. And if I can just delay those people that are playing. So, politics is like marketing the brand. If they are marketing the brand in politics, if you come out to start the marketing yourself, you must promote what you believe in until you see victory. And I think if you look at somebody like Dan Obi, for example, who was the former PDP chairman, who used to come on TV and tell us that he wants to score Governor and he will say Governor S9. And he will say this, they will say S9. They will say this, they will say S9. The parent Chief Danobi is the one going around today to say that the marketing has performed very well. So if you are doing a similar for the marketing like this area, you must also look at what the other key players in the process play. I think that's not a little like that. I just can remember what Obafemi and others was saying. That is no permanent friend, no permanent enemy. It's only permanent interest. You'll be surprised to know that this other social that people are condemning to get if they can see them have become the best fellow to the capacity to know. And there is what you can do about it. You may even come and say that maybe with the passage of time, even Yama and the capacity that now is free political party, you will not tell them that. Because the only thing that I think that the person that's supposed to constrain is even Yama. If somebody does that kind of a thing to me, I know how I will treat the person. But it's because he says it's a disaster. So, at one time, you started telling me people, you started telling people and things like that. Then tomorrow, there's a fear that I'm life, and I can't go because I really feel it's a person to put your friend, particularly saying that. And I think somebody has died before now. But we know so going to say whether your demand is actually a limited now. So, what I'm saying the person that is supposed to complain is even Yama with the person of the object of physical going back to that calculation. You also have to say the man is not as it is, and I think the court they are used to the people of us that are
All right. So you're getting, we're having a little problem with that line there. Okay. All right. Let's take one. Let's just squeeze in this call. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, Tony Alabi.
Good morning.
This is Pius calling from Malali, Kaduna.
All right, Pius.
Good morning to your guest. He has really spoken very well. But what I want here is that let the federal government, every stakeholder in Edo State, all the political gladiators there, they should just allow the people, the electorate, to just go and exercise their own franchise to vote for the candidate of their choice. That is that. Oshomole came into power because PDP failed the people of Edo State. And now, if somebody claims Obaseki has failed in APC, that means APC has failed. And it is not only APC or PDP that are there contesting. We have many political parties that are contesting. I am for Edo State too. So I trust people of Edo State. They are educated people. Please, I would like to urge them. They should just open their eyes and just vote for any candidate from any good party. The person that is going to work for them, for the betterment of Edo State, that is going to bring a good economic growth and development, not the one people that are going to hide under ethnicity or religious bigotry to be doing things that they're not supposed to be doing. And this state is not for that. So please, go to any party and just vote for the candidate of your choice. They are there in order to work for people, to serve people, and they are not there to enrich themselves or to bring problem or to kill people. So any candidate that advises you to go and kill anybody or go and do anything contrary to our own rules and regulations in this country, please, people should vote that person out. 3,000, 2,000 that they are going to kill you because all of them will come with money. All of them, I know surely they will come with money. Please, if you have a good conscience, don't collect that money. And if you must collect that money and vote for a person that is going to work for you. Others of Oshomole went to my village, which is Udochi in Esako Central. He promised to do road that whenever is ready, I'm telling you that road we cannot go. Nobody will just fly that road. But he did not do it. His predecessor, the successor, did not do it. So, what are we saying here? I urge the poor people of Edo State to do the needful.
Okay, thank you.
Not because of ethnicity or any.
All right.
Good luck.
All right, Pius, we got you on that. And Frank, your last line now.
I really thank the last teller for that piece of advice. I will think if it is possible for people to vote like that in an election, it can be really considered it is their first campaign because the policy is so many factors come into play. If I imagine now, the capacity comes from a particular area, there are people there, whether they are done nothing, they want to come back to work before they are not government. The same problem for the area. Ethnicity plays a role. The area I really want to say that the issue of money, like he rightly said, all of them have come with money. We do also you are hearing of the BBC. We are hearing that this is we are hearing that multiplicating that everybody that votes for them. So I think it's going to be a little different. Around like we have. But I want to join myself to the table, collect that money and vote for the candidates of the church. Don't let we after last year I put when they give it that if you collect this money and vote for the other, then will happen. Two days I told them if they give you the money and you know you are going to push a secret place where nobody is going to go with you go like there's somebody that said something that I feel like frequently said he went with somebody to a polling station. He drove the vehicle, he drove it to that place. And when he finished voting, then the guy got some cards and when he came and said, I voted the other party. I didn't, if you know, because I voted the other party, you don't have to take me back home. You can go with that, I will say, you know, so all the people So I think the House is where the husband will vote PDP and wife will vote APC. The House is where the wife will vote APC and the husband will vote PDP. It depends on what you feel this person is going for you, what you feel you will gain from the process. If for example, the woman is a trader and is one of candidates say, I'm going to empower women, I'm going to give them money to start small businesses, and this woman wants to put her hand on that money. Of course, she's free to vote for that person. Because there's no question of anybody posting, anybody to vote the other. We are not allowed to information. But you mentioned the federal mind. If Buhari was really ready to do federal mind, he wouldn't have increased the price at this point in time. He would have waited for the election to be over before increasing price of petrol. The fact that he increased price of petrol irrespective of whether election is going on in those things shows to me that getting to play as fair as possible. So I can change that to the way we prevail over the election. Thank you very much.
All right, Frank Ehizoje, thank you for coming on the program. And that will just be about the size of perspectives this morning. Attention and focus has been on Edo State with elections coming up on the 19th of September 2020. And of course, here's hoping that it all goes out well. My caller, or my guest on the program this morning has been a seasoned journalist and public affairs analyst, Frank Ehizoje in Benin City. Thank you, Frank. Okay, and Highness here. Thank you for connecting us with the people here, and thank you, Wisdom, for putting us in the pictures. We'll come back with perspectives tomorrow. Good morning.